All right, it is the end of February, the 28th. It's almost midnight. Spooky. And it's been a month since I updated or uploaded the last video on my Blender progress, I guess. Uh, this month I spent way more time than I expected to. And this is how the month started. It's just a head sculpt. I've been following a tutorial as well, called the creator of the tutorials called Speed Char or Nikolai. But I'll talk more about that in the end. So this is where I started in February, and this is how far we have gotten. I'll watch my last video, and it said I had 980 hours or something in Blender, and now I have 1680. So I guess I have spent 90 hours roughly since the start of February, which is quite a lot. I did not expect. I spent more time than I expected to. I told myself to only spend an hour a day. So this is the final result of the tutorial. There's a lot of shit on the screen, but in between I've also created a little mogul for my own little project. He's fully rigged. See if we can see him. Yeah, he's fully rigged and works pretty well. I want to have this guy in another project, so there's nothing too much. I didn't want to go too much in detail on this guy, and I think he's looking pretty good. He's just gonna be a background character. I'll show him in render mode, so I'm gonna be quiet now because it's gonna lag. Yeah, so there's nothing special here really. He's just a background character for my other project. So just close this one. And in between of this, the tutorial thing, I've also been doing some freebasing or whatever you wanna call it. I'm working on. Do I have any? Oh, there they are. So this is Tara Branford, the main character in Final Fantasy VI. So this is the character I'm trying to recreate alone without tutorial. So this is how far I've gotten. But the tutorial went a bit in depth on some areas, so I didn't feel like I could continue on this in a next to the other video, or I couldn't continue this alongside the other tutorial, so you kind of just dropped this, and it's been sitting like this for 2.5 weeks or something now. But now when I'm done with the tutorial, I'm gonna go all in on this character, and that's I want to have the moguls in the background of this later, so that's the plan. And so this is the render, or like the result of the tutorial. It is looking pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with this. I spent a lot of time on this. There's some areas I'd like to make better. There's some weird like curvature going on here in the thigh area, or whatever, it's the hip area. The cape is looking a little bit strange. I don't know. The back looks fine. The chest pieces look pretty good. The face obviously is something I really need to work on, and there's not much to say about this. Like I've learned a lot throughout this tutorial. I've never really done models in this capacity or this complex, so I think this tutorial was really helpful. Needless to say, the tutorial was more of a workflow tutorial and kind of how to think, and all the step-by-step thing. So I guess it's more like a course. I think it's even labeled as a course. Let's see. And so here they are. It's 43 videos, a total of total of 29 hours long in total. I'm not gonna show any clips, or I guess I could show a little bit. It's probably not I mean, maybe it's copyright or whatever. But yeah, he's just explaining his process through the thing. He's not necessarily saying exactly what he's doing, and so I wouldn't recommend this to any new beginner. And you need to have some understanding of Blender and how it works. Like I got to the third video and he was making faces, and I just had to stop. And then I watched other tutorials for 2 weeks on just how to make faces. So I recommend this course if you're like kind of new to Blender, or not kind of new. You kind of know Blender, and you understand the tools and how to work, but you don't understand the work flow, I guess, and how to think and how to go through everything. So I'm not sure if I'm intermediate or upper intermediate or whatever, but you need to understand Blender to do this tutorial. I think it's $20. I think it costs that much. I got it on like a Black Friday deal or something for like 10, and I think that's definitely worth it because now I feel like confident enough to continue on my own character in the future, and I have a list of characters I want to make already, and other stuff I want to make. So I just have a good understanding of the sculpting tool now, and just a general idea of how to work with characters. Obviously, this is my first actual completed character, so it's to me it's very big and exciting, and I know it's only gonna be better from now on. And I'm glad I spent so many hours in both January and February just to understand how to do this. I'm gonna put it in render view and see my piece is probably gonna explode, and I'm not gonna say anything because you're not gonna hear anything anyways. Yeah, so that is my result of this month, and I'm gonna put a little render at the end of the video. I have rendered this. Maybe I could just open it actually. Oh, let's see. Blender renders, and it is that's the one. So this is the final result. Looks pretty good to me. Pretty satisfied with it, and I'm excited to show you guys what I'll create the coming month. Oh yeah, I want to show this. I got a comment on a YouTube video. Here's like just on the way there renders. I got a comment on the last video from what was his name? Let's see. Can see it here. Where is him? Where is he? Here. MacGreg. He linked me this video, which is this one. I'll link it too in the description, because this helped a lot. I don't know why it's in Swedish here, but it just shows how to draw the faces. It's a playlist here, and how to draw the head from any angle. It was really helpful, and I thank you if you're watching this. I thank you a lot for it helped me on the new character I made. I closed the window, but yeah, it helped me a lot, and so thank you. I'll link this too. I have a link to the tutorial I follow as well if you're interested. Check it out. And that is this month's I guess update. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask if whoever is watching this, is it interesting to have one video at the end of the month, or 4 videos, one for each week? I feel like I did a lot this month. It's probably gonna slow down a bit this month, and so probably not as much is gonna happen. But if you'd like to see every week, you just see a bit more bite-sized, I guess, instead of this like large video. And I mean, if you have a preference or whatever, just tell me in the comments. I saw there was like a few people watched it, so I guess there's some interest in this. And otherwise, I'll probably stick to the monthly schedule. I could try the weekly schedule for March here now, and you'll see how I feel about it, and maybe go back to a month video. We'll see. Anyways, I'll drop the links to this video and the tutorial or course or whatever. I'm not sponsored. And I'll show you the render here now. And see you in the end of March, or in a week, I guess.